Hello all my dear student friends. Welcome to this session. So today we are going to study the fuel pump, that is the fuel injection pump used in the IC engines, fuel injection pump used in the internal combustion engines. We are using the fuel injection pump in the CI engines, compression ignition engines, and not in the SI engines, because in CI engines the compression ratio is very high and at the end of compression the pressure is very high. So the fuel has to be injected in the compression chamber against this very high pressure, that too in the atomized condition. That means in very fine droplets, atomized droplets, the fuel has to be injected. Therefore it is necessary to increase the pressure of the fuel, and the main function of the fuel pump is to increase the pressure of the fuel to a very high level, and then this fuel is supplied to the injector. The injector will then inject the fuel inside the combustion chamber. So here the fuel pump will increase the pressure of the fuel, and it will also control the quantity of the fuel which is supplied to the fuel injector. The time of the supply of the fuel is also controlled. The fuel, right quantity of fuel is supplied at right time by the fuel pump to the fuel injector. Of course, more precise control of the quantity of the fuel being injected and the time in microseconds is controlled by the fuel injector also. So the main function of the fuel pump is to supply the fuel at higher pressure, increase the pressure of the fuel, and then supply it to the injector. So the injector will atomize the fuel and it will supply this fuel in the atomized form in the combustion chamber. There are two types of fuel pump. One is the inline fuel pump and other is the rotary type of fuel injection pump. Inline and rotary type of fuel injection pump. So this is nothing but the inline type of fuel injection pump. So in this fuel pump you can see that there is a barrel. Barrel is nothing but a cylinder, and inside the cylinder there is a plunger, a piston like element known as plunger. So this plunger will reciprocate inside this engine cylinder, and at the same time this plunger will also rotate. So the rotation of the plunger is done by this rack and pinion arrangement. This plunger is having a vertical as well as a helical groove and a spill port. So with the help of this, the right quantity of the fuel is supplied by the fuel pump to the injector. The quantity of fuel which is supplied will be controlled with the help of this spill port and the vertical and the helical groove which is present inside with this plunger. So with the help of this figure we can understand more details regarding the fuel pump. So this is the fuel pump. You can see that this is the cylinder or the barrel and this is the plunger. So the plunger will reciprocate as well as rotate inside this particular barrel or cylinder. The stroke length of the plunger is fixed, but the effective stroke changes. So the quantity of the fuel pump injected depends on the effective stroke of this plunger, and the stroke effectiveness of the stroke is changed with the help of this vertical and the helical groove along with this spill port. So this is nothing but the cam. So this cam will push the plunger in the upward direction, and this plunger will also come back due to spring force in the downward direction. So this rotation of this cam is responsible for the reciprocating motion of this plunger. This is nothing but the cylindrical plunger. This is the inlet port through which the fuel is entering inside the cylinder or the barrel of the fuel pump. This is the helical groove. So a helical groove is provided to this plunger, with the help of which the quantity of fuel supplied to the injector from here will be controlled. This is nothing but the vertical groove. This is the spill port. So as the plunger moves in the upward direction, the fuel is supplied to the injector, but some fuel will go back through this spill port, and how much fuel will go back depends upon this position of this plunger with respect to the helical groove which is present on this plunger. So which point of the helical groove is on this right side, that is towards the spill port, that decides that how much fuel will pass from the fuel pump to the injector. This is the delivery valve. So this valve will be opened by the pressure against this spring force, and the fuel will be supplied from this particular fuel pump through this passage P to the fuel injector. So in this way fuel is supplied at high pressure to the fuel injector. As the plunger moves in the upward direction, the pressure of the fuel is increased and the quantity of the fuel is controlled with the help of this helical as well as vertical groove and the spill port. So this is the construction and working of the inline fuel pump. Now this is the rack which will with the help of the pinion and the rack, this plunger can be rotated. The cylindrical plunger can be rotated so that the position of the helical groove with respect to spill port is changed, and this is responsible for controlling the supply of the fuel to the fuel injector. Now with the help of this figure we can see the groove, the helical groove. This is the helical groove as well as this is the vertical groove which is present on this particular plunger, and this is nothing but the spill port. So through this spill port the fuel will come out of this fuel pump. Some fuel will come out of the fuel pump. So how much fuel will come out of the fuel pump depends upon the angular position of this plunger. When this particular slot, vertical slot at this point, when it coincides with this spill port, at that time the maximum fuel or almost all the fuel will go back and no fuel will be supplied to the injector. But if this portion is in contact with the spill port, then what will happen is that the spill port will be closed by this plunger itself and the maximum fuel will be supplied to the injector. Now as you move along this particular groove, you will find that the quantity of the fuel which will be spilled out will go on increasing, and the quantity of the fuel which will be supplied to the injector will go on decreasing. Here the quantity of the fuel will be 0 and here the quantity of the fuel is maximum. So the quantity of the fuel which is injected or which is supplied to the injector depends upon the position of this particular plunger with respect to this groove, with respect to this helical groove and with respect to this spill port. So this is nothing but the spill port. This is the fuel injection pump, inline fuel injection pump, which we have already seen. And now let us study the rotary type of the fuel injection pump. The rotary fuel injection pump or the distributor type of fuel injection pump. So this rotary fuel injection pump is having only a single pumping element. Only single pumping element is present with this particular rotary type of fuel injection pump, and the rotor distributes fuel to the various cylinders. The fuel is distributed to the various cylinders with the help of this rotor. So this is the rotor, you can see this is the rotor, and this rotor rotates. This rotor rotates in the clockwise direction. You can see this is the cylindrical rotor. You can see here. Here also you can see both are the same figures, but the positions are different, right? So this rotor is cylindrical, circle is shown in this top view, so it rotates like this in the clockwise direction. This is the rotor, rotates in the clockwise direction. Now this rotor is provided with a central longitudinal passage. So this is a longitudinal passage which is provided at the center of the rotor. At the same time, the rotor is also having two horizontal passages. This is one horizontal passage, this is another horizontal passage. This is one horizontal passage, this is another horizontal passage which is provided to the rotor, which is present inside this particular rotor. Now this horizontal passage is for the inlet of the fuel, and this horizontal passage is for the outlet of the fuel to the various engine cylinders. So actually this rotor is present inside this cylinder. Rotor is present inside the cylinder. So the cylinder is having several holes. So at this particular section, at section AA, here the cylinder is having number of holes. Here you can see 4 holes which are present inside the cylinder, and this is equal to the number of cylinders present. So this is we are using this fuel pump for a 4-cylinder engine, and therefore these 4 holes, the fuel will be supplied to the 4 cylinders through these 4 holes at this section AA, which is, these holes are present in the cylinder, not in the rotor. Okay. So the horizontal passage of the rotor matches with the various holes in the cylinder one by one. So here you can see that this horizontal passage of the cylinder, it matches with this hole of this particular cylinder. So the fuel can enter inside this particular vertical groove. Fuel is entering inside this vertical groove through this passage, first of all through this hole which is present. You can see this hole which is present inside this particular cylinder, and this horizontal passage, when it matches with this particular hole, then the fuel is entering inside this particular vertical passage, and then this fuel goes to the horizontal passage. Okay. Now here also we can see at this section BB, the cylinder is having 4 holes equally distributed at 90 degrees angle. So at this section BB, you will find that these 4 holes are present in the cylinder. So at 2 sections, the cylinder is having 4 holes. Here also at this section, at this level, cylinder is having 4 holes. These are the 4 holes. At this section, that means at this section BB also, cylinder is having 4 holes. So this horizontal passage which is present inside this particular rotor, it matches the 4 holes one by one. So at this instant you can see here that this horizontal passage is matching with this particular hole of the cylinder. Now the fuel will enter inside this particular vertical passage through this particular hole in the cylinder, and through this particular horizontal passage From the horizontal passage, the fuel will enter inside this vertical passage, and again it will come here in this particular horizontal passage. So now the plungers will move away. This plunger will move in the left direction. This is a plunger. It will move in the left direction. This plunger will move in the right direction, so that the fuel can stay here. Fuel gets space in this particular horizontal passage again, which is present below this particular rotor. So this is a horizontal passage and these plungers are moving away. So here the fuel is stored for very small time in this horizontal passage. Now the horizontal passage of the this horizontal passage of the rotor at this level will match with the hole in the cylinder, with one hole in the cylinder. So here it matches with one hole in the cylinder, and therefore this fuel will go out. Fuel will go out of the particular fuel pump through this horizontal passage and through this hole, and it will go to the cylinder. It will go to one of the cylinder. Through one of the holes, it will go to the one of the cylinder, and it will be pushed, because now these plungers will move in this direction. These are the two plungers. This plunger will move in the left direction. This plunger will move in the right direction. So this fuel will be pumped. This fuel will be pushed. Its pressure will be increased, and thus this fuel will go out from the fuel pump to the engine cylinder. So this is the working of the rotary fuel pump. Thank you.